She dealt with the insurance appeal call, which required detailed knowledge of medical billing codes and policy exclusions. Information I'd spent hours researching and organizing in preparation. By 4 p.m., when our insurance agent arrived for the policy review, she was completely overwhelmed. I watched as she nodded blankly while he discussed liability limits and premium options. When he asked for decisions about coverage changes, she looked at me helplessly. I usually handle this, I explained to the agent. She's learning the ropes. After he left, she closed the portfolio and pushed it away like it was radioactive. How do you keep track of all this? She asked quietly. It's endless. Every decision feels like it could be a costly mistake. That's the reality of running a household, I replied. It's not just about who does the dishes or takes out the trash, it's about who carries the mental burden of keeping everything from falling apart. She was silent for a long moment, staring at the table. You know what's extraordinary? I continued. I handle all of this plus a more than full-time job and still manage to fix things around the house. Yet somehow, I was still made to feel like I wasn't doing enough. The truth of this statement hung in the air between us. 3 days ago, she'd been confident in her assessment that our contributions were unequal with me getting the better deal. Now that certainty was crumbling. There's one last item for today, I said, retrieving an envelope from my desk. This is the estimate for replacing the HVAC system. It's $11,300. We need to decide whether to repair the existing unit again for $2,100 or invest in the replacement. She stared at the numbers, the magnitude of these decisions finally sinking in. How do you do this every day? She asked, her voice barely above a whisper. How do you carry all this weight and never break? I looked at her steadily, because that's what I committed to doing. That's what building a life requires. Not complaints, not keeping score, just showing up and doing what needs to be done. For the first time in our experiment, I saw genuine regret in her eyes. Not just exhaustion or frustration, but a dawning recognition of how profoundly she had undervalued my contribution to our life together. The HVAC decision can wait until tomorrow, I said, gathering the papers. I think you've learned enough for today. As I turned to start dinner preparations, she reached out and caught my hand. I had no idea, she said simply. I really had no idea. I nodded, neither accepting her implicit apology nor rejecting it. We were only halfway through our experiment, and tomorrow would bring yet another dimension of understanding. Day 4 would be about social obligations, another arena where her perception of our roles couldn't have been more misguided.